the stuff of dreams.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we are making recipe number 6, Punjabi chickpeas with potato. And for ease of use, I am going to refer to it as Chole for the rest of the episode because that's a really long name and I just don't think I can say it over and over again. If you want to see how we selected that recipe, there's a link right here. We went back to Walmart to try to get all of our ingredients this time because they all seemed like something we could get there. We went to the big one because they have a better spice selection, so we thought that they would definitely have all of the things we needed. Unfortunately, they were out of ground cardamom, so off we go to Harps. Then Harps didn't have it either. Of course. I don't know, is there like a cardamom shortage? Like seriously, is there? I don't know. So back to the spice and tea exchange we went. And they had both seeds and pods. And the gentleman there, he explained to us that if you want ground cardamom, you get the seeds and grind them. And that the seeds are actually inside the little green pods if you get the cardamom pods. You learn something new every day. He was nice enough to grind the cardamom seeds for us, and we got about an ounce of that. So now we have all of our ingredients. All right, guys, let's get started. Let's cook. First, I need to grate a red onion. I have never grated an onion before in my life. What is that? Ooh. Got my finger. I'm going to say that's good enough because I don't want to cut my finger again. My eyeballs. In a small bowl, stir together 1 tablespoon of neutral oil, 1.5 teaspoons coriander, 1 teaspoon ground cardamom, 1 teaspoon of sweet paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Ooh, I should have used a regular spoon. This is gonna get all caught up in the whisk. All right, ooh. Do you smell that? It smells so good. Oh man. Then in a 12-inch skillet over medium-high heat, it's not plugged in.
Plugged in now.
Okay. Well, it wasn't plugged in. Heat the 3 tablespoons of neutral oil. Let that heat up a little bit. It's spreading. Alright, so I think the oil is hot. So then we add 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds to the oil. And you shake it around until fragrant and darkened. That doesn't look very good. They're not shaking. Oh, there we go. We're frying cumin seeds. They're not dark yet. It said it should take 30 to 60 seconds. My phone's blowing up. Grandma's Advair came today. Smells like a deep fryer. Man, we're never gonna get rid of that smell. I mean, I never thought I'd be deep frying herbs today. Ooh, ooh. We're getting like legit fragrant. Okay. I'm gonna say that's good. After that, we add the drained onion. Oh! Look at the smoke! Look at it! Smoky. Once the moisture's off. I think there's still moisture. There's still steam. I'm going to turn the power off to that really quick because I got to cut potatoes. We got to add potatoes next. They have to be diced. Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in the stew.
All right, get that going again. Get it stirring. Add the potatoes. Reduce the heat to medium and cook until the onions turn brown. Stirring. Just whenever you feel like it. Stirring frequently until the onions begin to brown and fond forms on the bottom of the pan. 6 to 8 minutes. I'm really interested in this. I hope it's good. In hindsight, it looks like everything in here is things that I would eat. Are things that I would eat? Are things that I would eat. Grammar. No fond yet. Fond is when there is like brown stuff, like burnt bits of the vegetable or meat or whatever you are making in a saute pan, and it kind of browns and crystallizes at the bottom of the pan. That's fond. And it is like the stuff of dreams. I've not really ever smelled anything like this, so I have no comparison. Whew, my eyes are a little burny from leaning over that. We're getting fond. See the brown stuff? While that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and grate my ginger and my garlic. It's just like a puddle of garlic under there. Alright. Stir this real quick. Ooh, there's fond. Look at that fond. I did 2 garlic cloves because they're big garlic cloves, and 1 tablespoon of ginger. So we add the garlic and the ginger. And the tomato paste. 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Stir constantly for 1 minute. Then you clear the center of the pan and you add the spice paste to the clearing. Stir it and mash it into the bottom until fragrant. It kind of smells like Christmas. Alright, stir in the vegetables. And then you add the water. 1.5 cups of water. Bring it to a boil and you scrape up all the brown bits on the bottom. So once you bring it to a boil, add the chickpeas. 2 cans of chickpeas. And then you bring it to a boil again. Now I'm going to put the lid on it. And I'm going to reduce the temperature to low. And then you let it cook for 13 to 15 minutes or until the potatoes are soft and the oil has started to separate from the sauce. I'm going to do some prep while we wait for that to finish cooking. We need a tablespoon of lime juice. I'm just going to guesstimate that that's good enough. We need to dice a tomato. Dice some cilantro. Devil's lettuce for Charlie. Oh, it has a smell and it's not good. Then I'm going to cut some lime wedges for garnish. I should have done that before I cut the cilantro. And Serrano chilies. I need to check the potatoes' doneness. I'm going to stick a knife in it. We're not quite there. Cover it again. And then I'm going to let it go for about 4 more minutes. I'm on a diet because I was fat. And so I'm not really eating this kind of stuff right now. So I'll just have a couple bites for solidarity to try it. The potatoes weren't cooking, so I cut many of them into smaller pieces, hoping that they would cook better and quicker. And it says in the cookbook that the oil should start to separate from the sauce, and that didn't happen. But I mean, there's hardly any sauce left anyway, so we're just gonna go for it. We need to now add the lime juice and stir that in. Turn this off. Now we taste it to make sure it doesn't need like salt or anything. It could use a little salt. All right, let's make a plate and see how it really tastes. It actually looks pretty similar to the book. Oh, yogurt. I almost forgot. Yogurt. Ew. Oh. I thought there was a skin on the yogurt, but it's just the top. I was like, ew, that looks gross. Yogurt. Let's taste this. Get a little. It's so good. It's really spicy. Not just like heat hot, but like so many spices. The lime juice is the key. It seriously makes it like that much better. Squeeze a little bit of lime, more lime on there. Have another bite. This is the best thing I've eaten in like a month. Do you want to try it?
So we had a request in the comments for Charlie to have a reaction to the food. Not my habit to be on camera, but just this time, because you asked so nicely, I'm going to do my food reaction. All right, chole. I'm gonna get a bite, make sure I get a little of everything. Extra cilantro. Yogurt, tomato, make sure I get a pepper on there because I like the spice too. There we go. It's really dense. It's really meaty tasting. And there's so much going on. I mean, there is every kind of spice in here. It's great. Just about the time you think that you've got a handle on what it tastes like, some new layer hits you. Yeah. Ooh, now the heat. Yeah, I like this a lot. And because Sarah is not eating a lot of starchy things right now, I think I'm going to have lunch for at least the next 2 or 3 days. So I'm happy.
All right, we did it. And it was really good. I didn't think I was going to like this one, but man, if that's what curry tastes like, then I need to eat more curry. Seriously. I've always talked to Charlie about how I want to go to an Indian restaurant, but with the pandemic, it's kind of not great right now, and I don't really want to get it to go. The yogurt was probably the best idea. It added that coolness and kind of like a sourness to it, along with the lime juice just cutting through, because there was so much flavor, and that lime juice just kind of like cut right through all of that to just give you like more of a clean palate, I guess. And it was so much flavor. And as you saw, Charlie Loved it. And he will be eating it for lunch for however many days it lasts. All right, guys. Join us next week when we choose recipe number 7. My eyeballs. Every time. Whew. Every